Testing, 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 testing. Are you working? What's happening in that moment, Irene? What's going on? You can speak.
You're very happy.
And where are you?
In St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Just outside my apartment, in the car.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's gone.
It's all right. You know, you can let him be there for a moment and enjoy that special moment. It's okay. No. I mean, can you let that just for a moment? Let that sort of fade into the background. I want you to begin to allow yourself to move forward in time, space, just kind of moving forward to some other time and place. It's that happy. And as you approach that happy memory, that finger's going to float up there. That's right, just floating up there. It's a nice happy memory. And what's that, Irene? What's happening?
We were in Hawaii.
Oh, you're in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the beach? Oh, where are you in Hawaii? And where are you exactly?
You're in one of the islands.
That's right. Isn't it beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's nice to know you can return to that happy memory anytime.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to kind of let that fade for a moment right now and begin to allow yourself to just kind of go deeper inside, deeper inside. Go deeper. Moving forward in time and space. Moving forward in time and space. November 1997, Highway 169, traveling south, and just beginning to review that in your unconscious mind, just reviewing it completely. I'd like that unconscious to begin to review that, signaling yes for the beginning of that review. It can be reviewed at an unconscious level. Signaling no for anything really important that occurs. Signaling no for anything really important that occurs. Reviewing it. That's right. Signaling no. I want to remember. I want to talk about it for the end of that review. After it's completely reviewed, that's right. It would be alright for that to kind of come up into her conscious mind now so she can see it clearly. Nice and clear. I feel okay. Feel alright for her to see it nice and clearly now. In a way that she can see it, but almost from a distance, so she doesn't have to be too upset by it. Would that be okay? so she can see it real clearly. Would it be alright for her to begin to talk about that now? Yes. And Irene, would you go ahead and tell me what's happening? Can you see it from a nice, safe distance? What's happening? Nice, safe distance. What's happening?
You're driving along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at both sides of the road.
Mm-hmm.
I see the hospital.
Mm.
And I look to the left and then to the right, and then all of a sudden I'm looking straight ahead.
You're looking straight ahead.
And a dump truck is there. Big truck.
Mm-hmm. And
And it looks like we're coming closer and closer, and then all of a sudden,
mm-hmm.
Clarence turned left. I was afraid we were going to go down the embankment.
That's right.
But then suddenly he turned right.
Mm-hmm.
Things were moving so fast.
That's right. Moving very fast. And what happens now?
We're turning right, and then there was just I could see ahead, and it was grass on that side.
Which side?
And the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, we were just sliding.
You
And
slide.
it was a terrible, terrible, terrible noise.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Hear that.
like there was something outside pushing us.
Mm-hmm.
Just terrible force.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible noise.
What's the force? What's the
It was
force
like
like?
a wind, or like, I don't know, just something
Mm-hmm.
pushing us.
Is it a wind?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
And then I heard this, like a car or something going by, whoosh.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't, neither one of us said anything, but it came to my mind. I just thought, why couldn't that be us going by?
That's right. That's right. I'd like you to go ahead and allow yourself to just let that fade into the background for a moment. Let yourself just kind of go a little deeper and a little deeper and a little deeper. Just kind of allowing yourself to just sink down deeper and deeper and deeper. I want to ask that unconscious, is it alright for Irene to remember this in a kind of slow motion fashion? Would that be alright? Good. And would it be alright for her to remember it in a way that where she could see very clearly, hear very clearly, that she can really tune in to everything around her in the way you do when you're in slow motion? Would that be alright? And so let's allow her to begin to experience that in a nice, safe way. And in slow motion, allowing everything to happen nice and slowly. That's right, now. As you begin to approach that place, that yes finger is sitting, that's right. Good. And what happens? What's happening? You see it like it's in slow motion. Looking at every little detail. And what's happening? And you can speak. And as you speak, you can feel better and better. And what's happening?
I just remember it was so relaxing sitting there in the van, just looking from side to side.
Mm-hmm. Nice and relaxed, riding along. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
And then what happened?
I hadn't seen the countryside there, so I remember seeing that hospital.
Mm-hmm. That would be Fairview Hospital, is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went a ways, and I was just
enjoying the scenery. You see it in nice slow motion.
and then it was just so sudden that the truck was in front of us.
Uh-huh, you see that truck right now, don't you?
I can't understand.
And let that be a nice slow motion. I mean, see it in sort of a slow motion. Notice what color is that truck?
I didn't even notice the color.
You don't notice what color it is.
Notice the color.
And now what happened?
It's just a big truck.
It's a big truck. And as you notice the big truck, then what happens next in slow motion?
And suddenly Clarence was turning left, and I thought we were going to pass.
You're turning left. You watch it in slow motion. How
Yeah.
far do you go?
And it seemed like I thought he was going to pass, but he
How
went
far do you
so.
go? Irene, how far do you go in that as you turn left?
Well, it seemed like we went right to the edge of the road, and I didn't know if we were going to go down that embankment,
Okay.
and then suddenly I could see those other cars going. It looked like that embankment was so steep.
So you seemed like you got right to the edge. Is that right?
Yeah, it was really close to the edge.
Uh-huh. And
I don't know. I
then
know
what
it was.
happened as you got close to the edge?
I know it was. It must have been more than halfway over to the edge. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, he turned the wheel right.
He's turning the wheel to the right now. He's turning the wheel to the right. Why? Can you tell?
I don't know why he was turning right.
Uh-huh.
And there, it seemed like, yeah, we were going at an angle, or we weren't going straight across, we were kind of angling, and I could see the brush on the side of the road there.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know if we were going to go there.
That's right.
And then suddenly, we were something was pushing us.
To be there.
Just
Something.
a terrible, terrible force. I have never heard such a noise. And
It's a noise, is that right? And it says noise?
It's like the wind, like a wind was pushing us. Like a terrible something was either going by or the whoosh pushed us.
And can you hear it? Or can you feel it?
The feel was just going so fast.
You feel it. Did you feel it in your body? Did your body react in any way?
Dan was going so fast, and then it would happen so fast that all of a sudden everything went black. Just black.
That's right.
I'm wondering if that is when the seat belts went. I don't know. Everything went so fast.
Everything was, it eventually just went black, didn't it? And you said something about this force. Is there anything else about the force?
I don't know if there was
Is
one time it seemed like, I don't know, it was when we turned left, and it was like the grill of a big, like a grill that I was looking at.
it was like
Grill of a car or a truck. Big grill. I don't know if it was when we turned left or when we turned right. It went so fast.
Was it a car or was it a truck grill?
It was high.
It was very
big,
high.
very big.
Did it have a color?
Black.
Black. So it was a black grill, and you saw that out of the windshield or your side window?
That I don't know. I don't know if it was the windshield or if it was the left side or the right side. But I seen that grill.
And you felt a force.
Terrible force. Just a terrible force.
And the force, did it affect your body? Did your body move from the force?
It was like it was pushing us forward.
Like it was pushing you forward. It was something pushing you forward?
I don't understand that force.
But it felt like being pushed. Okay. And then what happened next, I mean? As you see this in slow,
Everything went so black.
and everything's black. And everything's black. And then what happened?
And I woke up, when I opened up my eyes, I looked at Clarence, and It was just black behind the window, the side window.
It was black behind his window.
I think we must have been pushed up into that truck.
I think you were pushed into the truck. By what?
By that wind.
By that wind. Okay.
That force. There was a force there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was the force of the car moving so fast. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And that you said also that you heard the sound of a horse. Can you hear that horse now?
The terrible sound of the wind and the force and the whoosh. Something was going by us.
And listen carefully to the whoosh. And what's it sound like, Amy?
It just reminded me of when it was like a car going by, something going by, and that force was just like sometimes when we drive along and a truck or a car, a big truck goes by us. There is such a force sometimes, it's almost like they could take you with them, the wind, when they go by you. I've had trucks go by me, and I've been driving. And it's just almost like that, like when a truck goes by, and that wind just pushes.
Those big trucks, those semi-trucks.
The big trucks.
Okay. And so that wind sort of felt like
so
that?
So it could have been like that.
Is that what the force felt like?
Yeah, like it was just pushing us into something.
Okay. Alright.
It happened so fast.
Okay. Did anything else happen that you remember?
I don't remember how long we sat there. I don't know who came up first.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Okay.
And pretty soon the policeman was questioning me.
Mm-hmm.
Talking. I wanted him to get us out of there and get Clarence out first.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But I know he asked me if I had my seatbelt on, and I told him no.
Mm-hmm. Did you have your seatbelt on?
I did have it on. I did have my seatbelt on.
Mm-hmm. Why did you tell the policeman no?
I don't know why.
Okay.
It was so... Everything was such a shock. And I didn't have it on when you talked to me. I had taken it off. And I don't know why I wanted to get those. I just wanted to get out of there. And so I thought I had to get those boxes out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Took all the strength I had to... No.
Okay.
I should have waited. But I just wanted to get out.
Well, why? It didn't do any harm, you know?
No.
No, of course not.
But if I had sat there, you would have seen my seatbelt on.
Okay. But you had
I
it
feel
on.
bad about that.
Okay.
Because I don't Why?
No.
And there I told them no.
Now, I want to ask you to kind of let that sort of fade into the background for the moment. Let yourself relax, become more and more comfortable. And I ask that unconscious, ask these fingers, is that everything that Irene remembers about the accident?
That's about it.
Let me ask you, let me see what the fingers have to say, a little more direct connection. Is that as much as she remembers in her unconscious mind? Yes. Okay. And also ask, is there a deeper part of her mind that remembers anything else about this accident? Is there any deeper part of her mind that remembers anything else about this accident that would be important?
Thinking about that girl. Thought of that so many times, but I don't know when I've seen that.
Be all right for her to remember a little more about that girl? Yes. Would you help her do that now, please? And what comes to mind? Just pay attention to anything that comes to mind now. Anything at all. Color, size, any little distinguishing mark, picture, letters.
It's black.
It's black.
And it's big.
And it's big. And do the lines go up and down or side to side? Lines of the grill.
I don't remember.
You know another grill like that. If you saw it though, with me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it a shiny grill or is it a dull grill?
Dull grill.
Dull black grill. Is it the size of a car or the size of one of those large vehicles like a big truck?
Look big.
Okay. When you looked at it, did you look at it straight on or was it sort of above you?
Straight on, but it wasn't as big, it was higher.
It was higher. Okay. Is there anything else that Irene has in her unconscious mind that needs to be looked at?
Could have been even when we were going sideways. I seen it there, I don't remember when. I don't remember when I seen it. If it was when you turned left or when you was turned right.
And as you, the unconscious, are you willing to let Irene have more information days and weeks ahead as, if there is any more to have? You willing for her to learn more about this? Okay. And is there more information right now that she needs to know? No. Okay. And would it be alright if she begins to feel some relief now, as a result of doing absolutely everything she needs to do in order to understand this. Would that be alright? Yes, be alright if she begins to maybe sleep a little better, feel a little calmer, begin to make a few movements toward becoming more and more her old self. Would that be okay? Good. Be okay if she just began to feel more and more natural and comfortable by knowing that things are developing as they should now. Is that alright? Good. Okay. And I'll take a few moments now, all the time you need to let yourself to just become comfortable. Begin to